Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I am your host, whatever the husband's name is on that show, and thank you guys for being back here, dude. I do apologize for the hiatus. I was actually on that Mexican party boat that crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge or whatever, so I've had the past couple weeks to, 3 weeks it's been? Past 3 weeks just figuring it out, dude. That's what I've been doing with my time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and do all that cool stuff. But anyways, hold on. Let me play a noise.
You can help me find the fucking wherewithal to not beat your sturdy ass right here in the LCO.
That one works. Yeah, dude. So obviously there wasn't an episode for 3 weeks. Is it going to be 4? Because this will come out in 2 weeks. Yeah, man, I was feeling kind of burnt out. I guess I didn't feel like doing it, really what it boils down to. I didn't feel like doing it. I was kind of running out of stuff to talk about. My last episode just, I don't know, man. I just wasn't feeling it, so I didn't do it. And, I don't even feel like doing this episode right now, but I feel like doing it more than I did when I wasn't actually doing it. So yeah, man, that's where I've been at with that kind of stuff, and finding the time as well. I got a new guitar, which I'll talk about. I got a new guitar, and I am well, my fingers are fucked up. My pinky is fucked up, but I'm trying to work in excessive amounts of practicing and prioritize that. And my gym routine has changed. So the time I spend at the gym on Mondays is longer than what it normally is. And I get home later and I stretch at home because the room in the gym where I stretch is just fucking not even available anymore. So I get home and I stretch, and I typically fall asleep on my floor if I do that. And that kills time. I fell asleep on my floor today, dude. I slept for, not even kidding, I think it was like 2.5 hours that I slept on my floor. So, yeah, man. So that's where I'm at with that and episodes, and why, I missed the past 3 weeks or whatever it's been. But, dude, Eli comes over tomorrow. So next week, which for the audience watching this will have been last week, because the Eli episode I'm going to record tomorrow and put out the following Monday. Today is Monday as well. Today is Monday the 9th. So that episode will come out the 16th, I do believe, if I know my mathematicals. Yeah, brother. So that's where that's the update on the Killa B podcast. Is the way it's been for the past year is my priorities is, I guess work is at the top because you don't have an option to work or not. So work, fitness, podcast, guitar. And now I do believe it is work, guitar, fitness, podcast. I love the podcast. I love doing it. It's a lot of work, though, to edit. This recording is 30 minutes, 24 minutes sometimes. But I prepped this episode for, I don't know, 40 minutes. I'm going to edit this episode for probably a total of around an hour or so. And, I got to make social media clips and all this stuff. So a lot of effort goes into it, man. And it is Yeah, it's just not a top priority. It is a priority, but not the top one. Guitar is I want to get very good at the guitar. And there's no music making in my life right now. And my Monday is full. It's gym, shower, podcast, eat, edit, eat, kill Tony, bed. That's every Monday. So, I hate to not be consistent, but like I want to prioritize music over the podcast. I love podcasts. I consume a lot of podcasts. I like doing podcasts. I like having guests on. I like doing solo episodes. But your boy's a musician. I am a musician first. And that's just what it is, brother. So, yeah, man, I don't know. It's even hard to articulate. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's that when you're adulting, y'all know this, when you're adulting, you can only do so much. So that's just where I'm at with it, dude. I'm having Eli on tomorrow. My friend Kyle, I would like to have on. And a few other people I want to have on. The Holtz will be cool. There's a lot of people I want to have on. It's tough, man. To schedule is tough. So that's where I've been with it, dog. And doing my best out here, killing it, crushing it. So yeah, dude. Let me try something. 'Cause my audio's weird. This has been a thing continuously for fucking I don't even know how long, dude, but it really upsets me and it annoys me a lot, brother. Yeah. So, yeah, dude, we're gonna fucking do what's going on, brother. See if that helps. Didn't help for sure. It made it worse, and it's fine, dude. Guess I just deal with that weird click. So what have oh fuck.
Pussy.
What have I been doing recently? Same old, dude. I bought a guitar. Now, it was not in my. That's so much louder. The first few seconds of this is going to be quiet. Then it's going to get louder for no reason. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I started doing research on guitars just for funsies, right? Killing time, baby. Shout out Sublime. I was looking at guitars. And the Charvel Pro Mod series I've looked at since I found the first screenshots in my phone. Since 2019, I've been looking at these guitars. And just really, 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 really loving them. And I like their classic look with modern capability and function. And I was looking at these guitars. You know, I had these cool plug-ins for Ableton. I have a really cool amp right here, baby. I've been playing it. I have a decent pedal board, which I just reorganized and cleaned up. And I have all this cool stuff. And my guitar, my Fender, my custom Fender, is a wonderful guitar, but she is not in the best shape. And I didn't even realize the shape that guitar was in until I got a brand new guitar. I didn't realize it. You don't realize how it's the frets. You don't realize how used the frets are until you get some brand new frets. Which, by the way, shout out to Sky Guitars in Denton, Denton, Texas. Sky, like, the element or whatever. Sky's not an element. Wind's an element. Sky, like blue, jeans. And what was I even saying? Oh, Sky Guitars. Sky Guitars. Yeah, dude. They're on, if you have the Reverb website or app, that's what I meant to say. If you've ever been on that, you know that it's a used instrument service company. It's not a place. It's a website. There's no brick and mortar. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, I was on Reverb, and I was looking at guitars, and I was looking at used guitars on Guitar Center's app as well. Guitar Center didn't really have the specific guitar that I wanted. And Reverb did. Reverb actually had all of them. And when I decided on this electric blue Charvel Pro Mod DK 22 SSS 2-point caramelized maple neck guitar. That's the actual title of the guitar. Charvel Pro Mod DK 22 SSS 2PT CM electric blue. That is the name of this fucking guitar. When I decided on that one, instead of getting the Charvel Pro Mod DK 24 HSS or HH 2PT CM models, which I contemplated heavily, dude. I'll come back to that. When I decided on this guitar on Reverb, I finally started messaging the seller, and they were like, hey, this guitar is brand new. It was on there for a used price. It was on Reverb for a used price. And on the range of used prices for that specific guitar, it was in the middle. It wasn't on the cheap end. It was not on the high end. Because sometimes on Reverb or any used instrument, it's way on the high end because people incorporate their nostalgia, their love for that specific instrument into the price, which is fair. That would be me. That would be me. Anyways, medium range used price for this specific guitar, and I messaged them, and they were like, hey, it's actually brand new, but it's been open box. It's been hanging in our shop. So technically, we're not allowed to list it as brand new. We have to list it used mint condition. And I said, say less. Actually, I asked some more questions. I was like, hey, are the frets still tore up from people playing it in the shop? They were like, no, it's perfect. And I thought, maybe they're lying. Bought it anyways. It got here. It was perfect. The whole guitar is perfect. They did send me a right-handed tremolo bar, which is the whammy bar for casuals. They sent me a right-handed one. I messaged them about it. They fucking immediately sent me the correct one. And who knows how the right-handed one even got in there, because it was with the official Charvel packaging, the Charvel tremolo. You know, it's a Goto. This is boring. It doesn't even matter. They sent me the right one. So shout out Sky Guitars. They're awesome, super nice, super professional. The last time I bought a new guitar was in 2014. I had just watched the Funky Monks Red Hot Chili Peppers documentary of them making the album Blood Sugar Sex Magic in that it's a famous mansion. I don't remember the name of it, but that documentary got me so hype on John Frusciante that I traded my hardcore Jackson guitar for a Mexican-made Stratocaster. And then over the past 11 years, I have customized it heavily. I put a lot of money. I can't put a number on it, but the guitar is worth probably, I'll go modest, twice as much as it was when I bought it. But having it for years, I've worn the frets down. And I've had the frets leveled once. So there's just spots on the neck. I'm sure the intonation isn't perfect. I haven't had it set up in, I don't know, 4 years, dude. It had to have been, no, it was before 2020. It was 2019 when I had that guitar set up. No, it wasn't. Probably 2022, actually. Because I put a Goto bridge on it. Anyways, boring again. I'm getting boring again.
Pussy.
when I was deciding what guitar to get, I talked to ChatGPT for hours, dude. And I was on YouTube looking at demos for hours, dude. Which, you know, shout out ChatGPT. Very useful for technical, mechanical information. You have to be sure that ChatGPT is double checking its answers because it will just say something that completely wrong very confidently. So be careful of that. But for the most part, you know, if you want to know information on a guitar or a foot pedal or how to fucking do something producing, you know, like how to use Ableton or any digital audio workspace in a certain way, ChatGPT is pretty reliable. It will be there for you. And yeah, it really helped a lot. And I almost got the 2 humbucker version of the guitar, which is pickups. Doesn't matter, boring again. But I didn't. And I'm super happy with it. It's a beautiful instrument, super sleek looking. It's matte. There's no shiny finish on it, which I love. The neck is wonderful. The tremolo is wonderful. It's an awesome guitar, dude. And as the Fender headstock, an official licensed Fender headstock, which is obviously the best headstock in guitars. And Baby B actually loves it as well. Little BB, he loves it. And, you know, it's just a great guitar. And it makes me happy as hell. And everyone should be happy. That was dumb. I don't know why I said that last part. Anyways, yeah, dude. My hands are getting figured out, too. I can't even fully play. I'm at like 70% of my capabilities playing guitar because, you know, I've been having these hand problems and my pinky's just giving up. My pinky's giving up. There's nerve issues. I didn't smash it, jam it, burn it, scrape it. Nothing, dude. I didn't bite it on accident when I was eating. I didn't do any of that, and it just doesn't want to work. So, shout out to my pinky finger, and I hope he hears this. Shout out your pinky finger as well. I hope your pinkies hear this, and I hope your pinkies are happy and healthy. So, at the Killa podcast is what we're all about, baby. Healthy fingers. Oh, I got my blood drawn. I've had 2 blood panels. I had a regular blood panel, and it was fine. And then I had a autoimmune disease blood panel, and it was fine, baby. My blood is beautiful. So whatever's wrong with me, either, you know, I don't think I'm dying. I think I'm healthy. I've been hitting the gym. I've been drinking my water. I've been taking my vitamins. Actually, I stopped taking vitamins. I've been praying, though. I think I'm healthy. So, and I think if there was something wrong with my blood, they would have told me. Like if I was gay and I didn't know it, or if I had a cancer or something and didn't know it, I think they would have told me that. So, it's not my blood. My hands are just fucked up. It's probably because I sleep on my stomach. It's probably something so dumb of why my fingers don't work. It's probably so dumb why it's going on, and I just don't know what it is. So, shout out to Western medicine, and shout out not having insurance as well. This has been all out of pocket, baby. It's been a couple hundred. Speaking of a couple hundred, I didn't save up money to buy a guitar. I didn't plan on it. It's like the guitar chose me. You know what I mean? And, you know, of course, someone who's not good at spending money would say that, and I understand that. And I get your point, and I hear you, and your opinion is valid. But something came over me, and I just couldn't go without buying it. As someone in society who's trying to contribute to society and, you know, have my own place and be a person who stands on their own feet financially and emotionally, I guess. I don't know why I took it there, but just, you know, an established adult. As someone who's trying to be an established adult, it was stupid. It was dumb. It was irresponsible. But, bitch, as an artist, it was necessary. As an artist, it was necessary, and it was time. So, Oh, I think I know why it's clipping, baby. So, can you tell I'm very distracted by Ableton? If you can tell that I'm distracted and losing my thoughts because I want to know why my headphones are clicking, leave it in the comments, baby. Put those fingers to work. Put those healthy pinkies to work. And that's a perfect callback, bitch. What the fuck was I saying? As an artist, it was necessary. Damn, I forgot to... Is it too late? Is it too late? No, it's never too late. Y'all are going to see this. This is Inside Baseball. This is how I sync up the audio to the video. Two times. I'm not going to edit that out. That's going to be in the episode. That's how I... Listen, dude. Whenever I take this, I have to take the video from my iPhone and the audio from Ableton, and I have to fucking mash them together perfectly, and it is hard to do. That's why movies have the clapperboard. That's for the editors. It's not because it's cool or fun, but they hit that snap. The mics pick it up and the cameras pick it up, and you sync that moment together, and then the rest of the audio is together. That's why people do that. So, shout out to movies in America. And what's that company? Nature Valley as well. Shout out them because fucking it's delicious. They make delicious stuff, dude. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, we're a little more than halfway. What was I saying again? Can you leave in the comments what I was saying? It was time as an artist. And I'll say this too. It's almost it really is like the guitar chose me. And I know that's dumb and corny and hacky and gay, but it is. And dude, believe it or not, when I play this new guitar, the body is a little bit smaller than my old guitar. The neck is just 1 fret longer, but the neck is a different shape. It feels different in your hands. It feels sleeker. It feels faster. It feels louder. It feels punchier. It feels, there's a different feel to it. The brand new frets also is a lot. The frets are higher, which the frets are the metal thing. When I say fret, that's what I'm talking about. It's the metal thing, and there's 22 of them on this guitar. There's 21 on my old guitar. I almost got 24, but, you know, small baby jumps. Anyways, the guitar, it's like the guitar wants me to be better at the guitar. My mind wants to do my mind wants to do new things with the new guitar. With the old guitar, although I've been learning new things, with the old guitar, kind of the rut, the feel of it, the vibe of it, the weight of it is actually a huge thing. Okay, I might actually fucking show you, dude. The physical relationship that I have with this new guitar is different than my old guitar. I can't manhandle it the way that I can manhandle this new guitar. It's just not the same. It's not as easy to manipulate than my old one. So that, just the way it feels strapped over your shoulder and the way it feels in your hand and the way that my body reacts to the weight of it is different. It feels different, man. And I didn't realize it would be as profound. Profound is a strong word. I didn't realize it would be as profound as it has been. But it's been very cool, dude. So shout out to Charvel tremendous company. I may get another Charvel in the next 3 years, because also the thrill of getting a new guitar in the mail. There was about a day of intense, deep cutting. I forgot to turn the AC off. Isn't that crazy? Wow, the quality of this episode is going to be terrible. I forgot to turn the AC off, and that's fine. Maybe the mic didn't pick it up, even though it definitely did, but who cares, dude? Anyways, I didn't think it would be as impactful as it was. I thought it would be very cool and feel faster, but I didn't think all this other stuff would go into it. And it has, dude. It really has. So, that's where I'm at with that, dude. And there's going to be a video of it. I want to record something, a cover for social media, but my pinky, I'm having nerve issue with it. At least that's what I think. It's not autoimmune disease for sure. It's not diabetes. It's not the most basic stuff. 2 blood panels deep. It annoys me when people self-diagnose themselves, because everybody does it. Everybody has ADHD, and like 4 people have been tested for it. So, I think it's nerve related. Obviously, the circulation is bad with the Raynaud's, but I think the lack of circulation is starting to affect the nerves, and I'm getting some nerve inflammation. After reading the internet and ChatGPT and not being diabetic, dude, think about getting your blood drawn. You walk in there and you're like, for sure, I have AIDS, I have diabetes, I'm gay, I'm black, for sure, dude. And they're like, no, you're fine. Your cholesterol's about 120. It should be right under 100, but you're fine, brother. And I said, really? And I had them double check the name on the blood, and it was my name. So, a lot of relief there. But now it's just a mystery of what's wrong with my fingers. It's just a mystery, and don't know what to do about it. And I can't play. It's the only finger. I've literally burned some fingers, smashed some fingers, broken them. That was nasty, brother. And we don't know yet, but it's healing. I'm going through Band-Aids a lot, dude. So shout out to the environment, really messing it up. And yeah, dude. So that's it. Am I gonna end it here? Is that all I'm gonna talk about? The Last of Us ended. I guess I'll touch on that. It ended 2 weeks ago or something. Which also, whenever I finish a series that I'm into, I get depressed. I get sad in my heart, in my soul, in my body. But my mind's telling me whatever. What the fuck was I saying? The Last of Us. Let's see. What did there was stuff I didn't like about it. It was so weird. The ending was so weird, dude. If you haven't watched it yet, it's your fault. This is spoilers though. But Ellie going to the Seraphite Island was weird to me. It felt out of pace. It felt weird. But overall, I did like it. Overall, I like it. But I like it about 50% as much as I like the game. And that's overall. Season 1's different. I like Season 1 about 70% as much as I like the game. Season 2, they kind of flopped. But, Bella Ramsey, she did a good job. I don't hate her. Whatever. I don't care how she looks. She does Ellie well. The Season 2 got a little squirrely. As soon as, I'm Not a Dad happened, Neil Druckmann, you should have been there. Neil, everybody wants to get mad at Craig Mazin, and I love Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann, he's not in my top 5, but he's in my top 20 of people I respect massively for their creativity. He is, because the Last of Us Part 1 and 2 are, they're very important. I don't want to say they're important. That's a weird way to phrase it. But and I'm phrasing these. I'm phrasing game 1 and game 2 as one overarching story. It's one of my favorite stories of all time. It's one of my favorite stories. Just as Star Wars from 1 to 6, from 1 to 6, one of my favorite stories of all time. Harry Potter, the greats, Lord of the Rings, Where the Crawdad Sings, the book. I haven't watched the movie. I'm scared to watch the movie. But anyways, one of my favorite stories of all time. But Neil Druckmann has been very busy. God bless him. God bless his heart and his soul and his body and his mind. With a new game that Naughty Dog is releasing, the Heretic Intergalactic.
You're a pussy.
The Heretic Prophet. And apparently Naughty Dog is working on a secret game, which I hope is The Last of Us Part 3. But anyways, he was away for some time of filming The Last of Us Season 2. And he just should have been there, man. That's how I feel about it. And that's all I have for this episode, dude. That's all this is. I talked about everything I want to talk about. Where'd my pen go? And I have other stuff written down, but we're right past 30. So, I guess I'll say this stuff. Fuck it. Whenever my hands are healed, I do want to take requests for covers to do with my new guitar in Ableton. I want to take requests. So I'm just trying to think of a way to do that. It's not even there might be one fucking request. I get 5 listens and like 9 views. There might be one request. So also somebody might request something that's just not doable. If you put a request in, there has to be criteria. Don't request like a Dragon Force song that's the hardest song ever on the guitar. And don't request something that doesn't have at least somewhat of a melody that can be transcribed to the guitar. You know what I mean? I can't even think of a song that would be that right now, but there are some. Also, Bad Thoughts on Netflix. I'll talk about Bad Thoughts next episode, but check it out. Tom Segura's show. It's very funny. It is absurd, dude. Check that out. And I guess do I want to talk about this? I'll talk about that stuff next episode, actually, because it's late. All right, guys. You know what? Thank you for being here. This actually, I didn't feel like doing this episode, but now I feel better. I feel good. So, yeah, I love you guys, and thank you for being here. Don't forget to make your bed and brush your teeth. Stay black, stay beautiful. Sorry for the audio stuff. I turned up the audio like 12 minutes in, and I didn't realize I left my AC on. So you might hear the AC for the whole episode. So sorry about that. But I do love you guys, man. I was gone for 2 weeks. And also, I'm not sorry. That's the thing, too, is I want to be consistent. I would love for the podcast to grow. But like I explained before, I've just been rethinking my priorities. I am a podcaster and I am a musician, but if I had to pick one of those things, musician is just above podcaster. And that's just what it is for right now. I have to go to work and stuff, and like I said, I have to edit this. Like, I do all of this myself. So I just have to be really deliberate with where my priorities are at. In music, especially to honor, a fantastic new guitar, but also the irresponsible purchase that it was. to honor that. And you know, that stuff aside, just how good I want to be at the guitar. The people that I look up to on the instrument, and the kind of playing that draws my ear, I'm not there, and I want to be. So, again, I have to be very deliberate with my priorities, and guitar is above podcasting, but podcasting is still a priority. And I hope you guys understand that. I hope you guys do understand that. So, every single week for the podcast might not be a thing. And that's just what it is, baby. For, you know, for as long as I have to work a day job, that's what it's going to be. If this made money, and it's not even close to making money, I'd say the podcast is 5 to 10 years away from making money. In all honesty, at the rate, you know, building an audience at the rate I've been building it, and, you know, I fully understand there's more stuff I can do. I could have more guests. I could promote myself more aggressively. I know that. But still, with that said, I think we're about 5 to 10 years away from making money. I might make some damn pocket change before then, but I'm not quitting my day job anytime soon. I'll say that, brother. I'll say that. So, music's just above podcasting, but podcasting is still up there. So I hope you guys understand that, man. I hope you feel that. I just hope it makes sense to you guys, especially the people who keep listening, because there's not a lot of you. You guys are going strong, and I've had some tough episodes. I've had some boring episodes, and I know that. I know I sit in this chair, and I set the camera up, and I put the amp right here, and I just don't fucking want to. I know it, and then I know it comes out in the content. I know it, brother. I'm aware. So, thank you guys. Like, subscribe, and that's it, baby. Thank you so much. Bye.
if any of you sons of bitches got anything else to say, now's the fucking time! I didn't think so. 今日はこれまでにしましょう。